Hi, I'm Rebecca Papucaru, and this is my first novel, As Good a Place as Any, and I'm going to read the first chapter to you. So, let's go. Chapter 1. On the night they left Valparaiso, Paulina's brother Ernesto asked their housekeeper to pack a suitcase for her. The smallest one you can find, he told Pilar. Ernesto was already packed. He'd been packing and unpacking since the night General Guzman had brought him home from Santiago. His old rucksack now held as many clothes and toiletries as would fit, along with a flask of pisco and his copy of Gustavo Gutierrez's A Theology of Liberation. Last night he'd added a rolled-up Condorito comic book in case Paulina needed some comfort, however small, during their long journey. On his way to his sister's bedroom, Ernesto met Pilar on the landing. "I said small. It was your mother's," Pilar said, clasping the handle of the brown leather suitcase in both hands. Ernesto followed her inside Paulina's room, still insisting that she find something smaller, but the old woman pretended not to hear him, sucking her teeth as she opened the top drawer of Paulina's dresser. "There's still time to shave," she said, digging through the drawer. "Manuel says they're stopping anyone with a beard and long hair." "No one will stop us." A truck loaded with bolts of fabric would not draw anyone's attention. It was the same truck Manuel had driven north from his factory in Concepcion, and no one had stopped him. He even drove it after curfew. He was lucky, Pilar said, her arms full of Paulina's underthings. "And clean-shaven. At least cut your hair." "What about Paulina? She looks like a corpse." Ernesto gestured to his sister, stretched out on her bed, staring up at the ceiling. "I wish I was a corpse," Paulina said. Never before had Ernesto seen Pilar so angry. Her face turned purple, almost unrecognizable, as she hurled Paulina's underpants at the girl with all her surprising strength. She would have thrown herself on Paulina too, if Ernesto hadn't stopped her, wrapping his arms around her thick waist. "She didn't mean it. She's just tired." Paulina was sitting up, startled, holding one of her slips in both hands. Gently, Ernesto took it from her and turned to Pilar, grinning. "No one wears petticoats anymore, old woman. It's not the 50s. "How do you know what girls wear?" Pilar asked him. In response, Ernesto pulled the nylon slip over his head, the elastic waistband under his armpits. Paulina couldn't remember the last time she'd seen Pilar or her brother laugh. It was enough to make her laugh too, Ernesto preening in her slip as he danced a few steps of a cueca, twirling her underpants over his head, teasing Pilar, who begged him to stop. Did he want her to die laughing? Only her older brother could charm Pilar into joining him, the two circling the other, using Paulina's underpants for jeweling handkerchiefs, laughing as they bumped into each other. For a moment, Paulina forgot about Manuel and his truck. She almost expected her father to march up the stairs and tell him to shut up. He had an important patient downstairs, some retired Navy admiral in need of dentures. But her father wasn't coming upstairs. There was no one in the house, besides the three of them. Thank you so much. Bye.